Right, so let's go punting. Is this everyone's first time punting? Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting. We'll go at 3 miles an hour.
Yep.
Strap your seatbelts on. Get ready for adrenaline rushes. No, it shouldn't be like that. It should be quite relaxing. We started at Garrett Hostel Bridge. You're doing a punter on the back. So you're doing the right thing. It's the best way to see Cambridge. As we started halfway along the back, so we're going to go upstream first, up to Queen's College. When we get to Queen's College, we're going to turn the boat round. You're going to panic and think the tour has been very short and it's been rubbish.
If I want to say
You've not heard of Eton. Thank you very much. People never admit to it. Don't worry, there's no reason why you shouldn't have heard of Eton. If you're not from England, there isn't really any reason why you should have heard of Eton. It's a boys' school for the very rich and the very privileged. All of our male royal family would have attended Eton. Many of our former Prime Ministers, probably a few of our future Prime Ministers as well.
Okay.
The House of Lords, House of Commons, or back to whichever mansion or palace they'd originally issued from. During the 20th century, in reaction to this exclusive past, King's became very liberal, very left-wing, noted for its humanities subjects, and still very politically active as a college today. It's also the college that takes on the highest percentage of state school students. Think of it, it's architecturally significant, and I think rightly a protected building. I'm a little biased, I personally actually like it. That's not the point. The Erasmus building we just passed is horrible. It has almost no architectural merit whatsoever. It could easily be on any council estate around the country. Strangely enough, though, it's also protected. It's Grade 2 listed, so it can't be pulled down, it can't be changed. This is a great shame. These are both things that should happen to the Erasmus building, but unfortunately we're stuck with it. It's afforded this status purely by dint of being part of the college. And more modern architecture on the right, both again student accommodation. The Cripps Court, the statesman was designed by a man called William Etheridge in 1749, and we're looking at the third version of the bridge, dates from 1905. So this is where we turn the boat. Effectively, this is the top of the river. The river does go on, but it goes up a level. We're on the middle level of the river.
alleen op zijn eigen boot. En toen hebben de studenten hem uit elkaar gehaald en kijken of ze hem in elkaar konden zetten, opnieuw. Maar toen lukte het niet.
The bridge, because of a poet whose name I'm about to badly pronounce. He was called Shujimoor, and he was a romantic poet. Wrote a very famous poem called Saying Farewell to Cambridge Again. The first and last lines of this poem are written on a stone at one end of this bridge. For this reason, we get hundreds of thousands of visitors on our boats from China to see the bridge. Then they see the bridge and they say, oh, it's boring. And they'll say, well, it's a bridge, what did you expect? But yes, the most famous bridge on the river. It's a bit of a mistranslation. Something's been lost in translation, I think is a better way of putting it. In China, the Kings, we've got King's Chapel here, another of Henry VI's foundations, founded in 1446. He didn't see it come to completion, though. It was a war that broke out. That was the War of the Roses. It took 69 years to finish the outside, over 100 to finish the inside. It's the last major Gothic building to be built, City Hall, in 1326. Very badly managed, ran out of money very quickly. In 1338, Lady Elizabeth de Clare, the granddaughter of Edward I, rescued and refounded the college. Now, as a royal, she was wealthy by birth. During her lifetime, she became an awful lot richer. Elizabeth de Clare had the great misfortune to be married and widowed 3 times by the age of 27. Each of her husbands were extremely rich men. Each of her husbands died within the first year of marriage. And this left poor old Lady Elizabeth de Clare husbandless and one of the wealthiest women in Europe. With some of that money, she refounded the college and gave it her name. It does sound a little suspicious, and she did less effective than they are in their original state. So they've reinvented the bicycle, made it less effective than the bicycle, reinvented the pedalo, made it less effective than the pedalo, and reinvented the punt, and made it less effective than the punt. Well done, Cambridge University. Well worth the fees. So Trinity, very large, very wealthy institution, Trinity. With all their assets, they're estimated to be worth between £2.5 and £3 billion, which is an awful lot of money for a college to be worth. Part of the reason they have so much wealth is they're a very large landowner. They're among the top 5 landowners in the country. This is a group that includes the Crown, the National Trust Church, the Ministry of Defence, and Trinity College. And this stems back somewhat to the foundation of Trinity. Trinity was founded by King Henry VIII in 1546, only a very short amount of time before he himself died. Once he died, a lot of the land and wealth that he took from the Catholic Church, when he dissolved the monasteries here in England, passed on to the college. And they've just capitalised on this ever since. These colleges are self-funding, self-governing, they have to act as businesses as well. Winnie the Pooh did not study at Trinity College though. He was a bear and he was stupid, so they wouldn't have had him. The only stupid person they had at Trinity College was Prince Charles. Off with his head. It's a little unfair on Charles. Charles isn't stupid, but he was the student accepted to the college with the lowest grades ever. He had richer residences anywhere in the world. I was a second year student once, and in my second year I lived above a kebab shop, so it's a slightly different experience for those who study at normal colleges and universities. It's a century hospital. This hospital was run by the monks of St John. That's where the name of the college comes from, St John's College. And it's here at St John's that we have the most iconic bridge on the river, which is ahead of the boat now. The name of the bridge ahead of us is New Bridge, built at the same time as the New Port to our left. Far better known by another name, known as the Bridge of Sai, after the Bridge of Sai in Venice. Now, I don't know if anyone knows what the Bridge of Sai in Venice looks like. I can tell you it doesn't look much like this. The similarities are extremely tenuous. Apparently, Queen Victoria was in Cambridge, saw this bridge and said, "Doesn't that look like the Bridge of Sai in Venice?" And nobody had the courage to say, "No, Your Majesty, that does not look like the Bridge of Sai in Venice." And the name has stuck. But it's one of a number of bridges around the world to have this name. There's this one. This one in Oxford spans a road. So we named it after Mary Magdalene, to be pronounced Magdalene, so he could sneak his name cunningly into the pronunciation. Probably quite a vain man, definitely not popular. Very worryingly recent. When they did accept female students at the college, the male students wore black armbands, and the college flew the flag at half-mast, as if in mourning, in a great show of maturity. They may well have mourned that year the exam results went up exponentially, and the only people to have received Nobel Prizes for maudlin have all been female, so silly boys. As we know, girls excel in education, and boys excel in stupid things like sports and punting. Magdalene was noted as a sporting college before the girls arrived, but not so much for its academic acumen. And I tend to finish my tours with...
It took me a couple of seconds to work out what I was actually.
Yeah, but you worked it out.